हाँ शुरू करते हैं.
Okay, so let's begin again. We were going to talk about work cues. So almost all of us spent a lot of time at work. Let's start with Mr. Khan. Mr. Khan, tell us about your day at work. What prompts you to eat unhealthily?
I can see a समोसे वाला near the parking lot. मैं रोज उससे एक समोसा लेकर खाता हूँ.
Okay. Charitra, now imagine you're at work.
I can see the canteen. That's where I get all my snacks during work. And all that they have is fried food, packaged food, and a variety of soft drinks.
Okay. Mr. Khan, your cue is the samosa wala. आप अपनी दुकान किसी और रास्ते से भी जा सकते हैं.
जी.
And Charitra, you could carry some healthy snacks with you and keep them in the fridge in your office. Like apples, raw carrots, fresh cut salad, chas, or low-fat yogurt, or even snack bars.
All right.
The important thing is that be it at work or at home, keep the high-calorie and high-fat foods out of the workplace or the house. Or just keep them out of sight. Out of sight is out of mind. What else?
हम लो फैट खाने की चीजें नजदीक रख सकते हैं.
Yes, and?
और एक जगह बैठकर खाना चाहिए.
Correct. Limit all your eating to one place. Like for instance, where you have all your meals at home. Have all your meals there. And when you're hungry, you go to that particular place and eat. This will help you distinguish between hunger and other food cues to eat. Finally, when you are eating, try and not do any other activity like talking on the phone or watching TV or even reading a book, because then you will concentrate on those activities and not really pay attention to what you're eating. Another place where cues kick in is when you go shopping for food.
मैं कभी शॉपिंग के लिए नहीं जाता. वो तो मेरी वाइफ करती हैं.
I love to go shopping to the supermarket. I love to buy mayonnaise and salsa. मम्मी वो सब कभी नहीं लेके आती हैं.
I find shopping really quite tedious, so I get it done as quickly as possible.
और जब मैं शॉपिंग जाती हूँ, I'm very focused, ताकि मैं कुछ भी ना भूलूं.
And how do you do that, Mrs. Parekh?
मुझे सब याद रह जाता है.
So you make a list in your head.
हाँ.
Okay. So Tanya, why don't you close your eyes and take us through a visit to your supermarket?
Okay. In the supermarket, I enter a section of the sauces. I pick up mayonnaise. I like a bottle of diet soda, so pick that up. I like chips, so pick up baked chips. No, maybe some chatpata namkeen. Oh, I forgot. मम्मी को तो टूथपेस्ट चाहिए था.
That was quite a roller coaster ride, wasn't it?
Thank you, Tanya. Now, Raghu, let's take us through your shopping trip.
Okay then. I'm in a departmental store. I have a shopping list in my hand. Milk, bread, eggs. Oh yes, the last I knew we had run out of rice, so I go and get some rice and I'm done.
Okay, good.
He's always on time.
So what did we learn from these virtual trips with Raghu and Tanya?
अगर प्लानिंग से काम करेंगे तो टाइम भी कम लगेगा और खर्चा भी कम होगा.
That's right. So always make a list of the things to buy. It could be a virtual list like Mrs. Parekh, or it could be an actual list like Raghu did. That ways you won't get tempted to buy things that are not on the list and you won't end up buying junk.
It's tough though to avoid sections of your store which are tempting. Like there's this lovely bakery in my departmental store and I just completely avoid going that side.
That's great. But Tanya, why did you just think of chips and then go for the namkeen?
Shreya, sometimes I feel hungry, so I get chips on my drive back, and those chocolates which are near the cash counter.
Okay, that's another thing. You should never go shopping when you're hungry. Have a little bit of a snack beforehand so that you don't get tempted when you're there. We should all take an example of Raghu. Good job on tackling those queues in the supermarket. Okay, now we move on to the activity cues. For most people, there are lots of things around them that cause them to be inactive. For instance, a lot of people after dinner just sit themselves down and watch TV. Instead, you could take Mrs. Parekh's example, who goes for a walk after dinner. Just like there are things that make us inactive, there are lots of cues which push you to be active. Just like Raghu said that he would like to put an exercycle in his TV room so that he can cycle while he watches TV. Mrs. Parekh, any other ideas?
हम अपने फ्रिज पर रिमाइंडर भी लगा सकते हैं कि हमें एक्सरसाइज करनी है. मेरा बेटा वो पोस्ट-इट लेकर आया था, उस पे लिख सकती हूँ मैं.
Charitra, any positive activity cues that you want to put in your workplace? Maybe you could put a reminder on your front door to take a walk during lunch break before eating.
I could make a daily regular appointment with myself to be more active, probably mark it in my calendar.
Great. So here are 2 cues to prompt activity both at home and at work. You could set up a date or a meeting to be more active with a family member or a friend, so that when they ring your doorbell at 7 o'clock in the morning for a jog or a walk, you will still go with them even if you're not feeling so energetic. Second, you could keep a timer or an alarm on your phone reminding you to be active.
श्रेया मैडम, मुझे तो अपनी इनएक्टिविटी तोड़ने के लिए क्यों चाहिए?
Actually, I was just getting at that. Those are as important as cues for being active. You have to remove the cues for being inactive. For instance, you could watch less TV, you could go for a long walk to work, or you could put back the plate in the kitchen when you're done and finished eating. Basically, you have to make your food cues and your activity cues work for you and not against you. Okay? So that's a lot of information for this part, but there's more to come. So let's take a small break. Food cues are all around us, at home, at work, and even the store we shop at. Our response to cues are learnt habits, which can be broken once we become aware of them. At work, eat at a particular table in the cafeteria. Do not eat at your desk. Carry a healthy snack to work. Go to the supermarket with a shopping list. This will prevent you from getting distracted and buying high-fat foods which you don't need. Just as there are cues that make us eat more, there are also cues in the environment that can make us more or less active. You can set up a regular date to be active with a friend or family member. When he or she arrives at 7 a.m. for a walk, you'll probably go even if you don't feel very energetic. Another approach is to remove the cues for being inactive. Watch less TV or be active while you watch TV. You could keep a treadmill or exercise bike in your living room.
What are you department is analyzing finances?
Okay, so I have given you a lot to think about today. Are you ready for a new set of solutions?
हाँ, let's start. आज तो नई चीज सीखने को मिल रही है. मैंने तो सोचा भी नहीं था कि हमारे आसपास की चीजें हमें ऐसे अफेक्ट करती हैं.
Thank you, Mrs. Parekh. So we began this session by discussing how we fed and also food cues and activity cues. So we all clearly have problems, but the most important aspect is that these problems can be solved, and we can solve these problems in 5 simple steps. So this session is about steps to problem solving. Step 1 is to describe the problem in detail. Be specific. Look at what has led to the problem, because a lot of problems have a chain of actions behind them. So did anybody face any problem while following the health eating goals?
Yes, apart from the party, yesterday I also ended up having a whole packet of chips as soon as I entered home. And it's only once I got down to tracking I realized what I had done.
Okay, so what led to it? What happened before you had the bag of chips?
Nothing unusual. It was just another very heavy day at work. I missed my meals and my boss, he was his usual irritating self. And once I got home, I was so irritated and so hungry that I ate what I saw first, and that was a packet of chips. And I also added ketchup and a big glass of soda.
Okay, so the problem is not the chips, but the actions that led to it. Okay. In this case, you had skipped your lunch, and then the hunger coupled with your irritation with your boss led you to have all that rubbish. These are the weakest links to break. Okay? So step 2 is to brainstorm your options. Step 3 is to pick an option to try. You have to weigh the pros and cons of each option and pick an option that is most likely to work and that you would like to try out. In other words, just be realistic.
So my option is to get a better boss.
We have to be realistic, something that's in your control.
So basically, I should have lunch even if I'm very busy and even if it's very light.
Exactly. So the 4th step is to make a positive action plan, and the 5th step, which is the easiest, is to try the option. If it doesn't work, then with your skill of problem solving, you could devise another action plan. Remember that it's a process, so don't give up so easily. Okay, anyone want to repeat those steps for me? Mr. Khan?
पहले मैं प्रॉब्लम डिस्क्राइब करता हूँ, उसके बाद फिर ऑप्शंस देखेंगे और उनमें से फिर एक ऑप्शन चूज करेंगे, फिर
Take your time.
Decide an action plan.
हाँ, फिर एक एक्शन प्लान ट्राई करेंगे और अगर वो कामयाब नहीं हुआ तो फिर एक और एक्शन प्लान ट्राई करेंगे.
Absolutely right. Okay, so anybody who wants to solve their problems first?
Me first, please. खाना पकाने से पहले let me solve my problem.
Okay, Mrs. Parekh, let's discuss your problem step by step.
I eat a lot of snacks.
Okay, is that your problem? Because I think you have a lot of unhealthy snacks and that too while you're cooking.
हाँ, ये भी हो सकता है कि शायद मैं अनहेल्दी स्नैक्स ज़्यादा खाती हूँ.
So what is your option?
या तो रसोई में खाना पकाने से पहले मैं कुछ हेल्दी स्नैक खा लूँ, या फिर मैं खाना बनाते वक्त कुछ भी ना खाऊं, या फिर जैसा कि आपने तीसरा ऑप्शन बताया हेल्दी स्नैक्स का, मैं वो ट्राई करूं.
Good. So you have 3 options. Pick one of them.
I think I should have some healthy snack before cooking.
Okay, that's a good idea. So you try that option, and if that doesn't work, you go for another option. Anybody else wants to try?
I want to try the options. My problem is that I love going out with my friends. I find it very difficult to control what I eat. So my options are, I visit a place with my friend where there's no food, or I make new friends. So I should tell them that I'm trying to control my weight, so they stop forcing me to eat.
Okay, another option could be that you could order healthy.
Okay.
Because it's very difficult that if you're in a group, some people are eating and you are not. There are always healthy choices in the menu.
So I choose my options right.
Right.
So I choose to tell my friends that I'm trying to control my weight, so they stop forcing me to eat.
Okay, that's also a realistic option. But in case if that doesn't work, you could always go for another option. Okay? Mr. Khan, you want to go now?
My problem is कि I eat fried food.
Okay, आप बताइए, do you think that's your problem?
हाँ, ये प्रॉब्लम है और मेरे ऑप्शन है कि मैं गाड़ी किसी और जगह पार्क करूं,
Okay, any other option?
या फिर मैं गाड़ी अपनी शॉप तक ले जाऊं.
तो मतलब कि जो फिजिकल एक्टिविटी होती है पार्किंग लॉट से शॉप तक जाने की, वो भी आप एलिमिनेट कर देंगे.
अब मेरे पास यही ऑप्शन है. नहीं, मुझे कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा.
Mr. Khan, ये तो ऑप्शन है ही, but the ideal option would be for you to carry a snack to office, like a fruit, so that when you cross the samosa wala, you can start eating the fruit.
बट देखिए, मुझे फ्रूट खाने का मन ही नहीं करता है. सुबह सुबह कुछ अच्छा मसालेदार खाने को मन करता है.
Mr. Khan, आप try तो कीजिए. If you don't like this option, then you can take another option after a week.
All right.
Okay. So I think that's the end of this session, a very informative one. Thank you, everybody. Please follow all that we have discussed. Thank you. Mr. Khan,
जी.
can I speak to you for a minute?
हाँ, sure, please.
Aye. Mr. Khan, how are you finding these sessions? Are they helpful?
Shreya ji, they are very helpful. But I find it very difficult to take out time from my work to exercise. और फिर इतना regulated खाना खाने का मन नहीं करता.
पर Mr. Khan, ये आपके फायदे के लिए है. You have diabetes and high blood pressure. As you grow older, these will have serious effects on your life. आप अभी से अपना ध्यान रखेंगे, then it'll get better as the days go by.
I take my medicines, but
पर medicines can only help you to a certain level. आप अपना routine थोड़ा change करने की कोशिश कीजिए. Give this program a chance and I guarantee that you will see the benefits. And when you see that you're feeling healthier, you would want to follow what we've learned here.
I am trying, Shreya ji. और पूरा effort लगाएंगे?
Good, Mr. Khan. That's all I wanted to hear. Don't get demotivated. आप निराश मत होइए. आपको थोड़ा time लग रहा है, but that's okay. Let's recap the 5 steps to problem solving. First, describe the problem in detail. Be specific. Look at what led up to the problem. Many problems involve a chain of actions. One action leads to another and then another. And eventually, this leads to inactivity or overeating. This is called an action or behavior chain. Step 2 is to brainstorm your options. What are all the possible solutions to the problem? Third, pick an option to try. And fourth, make a positive action plan. The 5th step is to review if the plan has worked. If it didn't, Try something different. Now here's an assignment for this week. 1. Identify and get rid of one problem food cue in your life. And 2. Add one positive cue for being more active. Use the 4 steps to problem solving to make this happen.